Okay, good morning. It's me. I'm filling in for Leonard today. Sometimes he deserves a day off. You know, I was talking to Boston Paul yesterday. I don't think Lenny's ever called in sick once, which means I don't think this podcast has ever been canceled. If we do not think we're going to make the podcast, we always find somebody to fill in for us. But I don't think Lenny's missed one day sick since I met him 15 years ago. Is that true, Leonard?
Yes, it is.
All right, so
Don't jinx me.
All right, I'm not going to jinx him. And so right now we're just waiting for the sound. Of course, you know where you're at. Lenny's Daily Podcast. You can find us here 7 days a week. LennyMelnickFantasySports.com/live. And you can join in with the chat room. We love to talk baseball. Lots of very strong baseball minds in our chat room, and we love everybody. We're going to thank everybody for coming. As soon as the sound starts coming through, we really need an ad, right? If we had a commercial right now, like most podcasts, we wouldn't go through this, but we just don't feel the need to do that. So as soon as the sound comes through the chat, that's when we get started. So hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It's Thursday, August 17th, 2023. And today is official Reed Detmer's Day in the chat room. And we're going to go ahead and explain why. But again, you're going to hear that again because today we wait for the sound for a long time, it feels like. Leonard, do you have a commercial? Lumpo soap.
It doesn't lather.
It doesn't lather.
It doesn't foam.
It doesn't foam.
It just keeps you company in the tub.
It just keeps you company in the tub. Lumpo soap.
Still waiting for the...
Yeah, we're still waiting for the sound. I know it's working. I see it working on my phone. There we go. All right, sound is great.
Sound is good.
Sound. Thumbs up. All right, so once we get everybody in here, we're still filing in the chat room. Today is official Reed Detmer's Day. I'm waiting for Laura so I can talk about the Girls Little League World Series. All right, comes from Massapequa, New York, right by my house, right by our house, about 20 minutes away, 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, 30.
But I want to wait for Laura to come because I have something special for Laura on that. And so let me just say hi to everybody in the chat room while we wait. For Laura to come, Gallo, Daniel Ferrara, yay Daniel, and Coffee, good morning to Coffee the dog, Leonard Donaldson, Mal Pal's here. All right, Rotorius is here. He wants to know what he should do with Wander Franco. SM King Turd, Tommy Johnson, Triple Play, Merrill's here. I think I saw Mitchell here. Everybody's refreshing to get going. Is Unholy here?
He was.
I don't see Unholy, but we're waiting for Unholy. We're waiting for Laura, and let me know when those two come, Lenny.
I will.
So I could talk about the Little League World Series.
Dad's a Premier is here.
Dad's a Premier. The team captain, Danny Fuller, is here. We're going to talk a lot about those pesky-ass Dodgers today. Triple play, I said.
Okay.
Merrill, I saw Mitchell, I thought. Anyway, welcome aboard, everybody. Lenny's just taking a day off. He'll be in the chat. Enjoy your conversations with Leonard. Nothing's wrong. He just needs a day off sometimes. Let's see. Let me know when Laura gets here.
Okay.
So yesterday, Miguel Rojas, let me tell you first that he had 0 home runs in 549 plate appearances before he's hit now 3 home runs in the past 42 plate appearances. And here's the thing. Well, this isn't really the thing. It's just a little tidbit. Oh, punk Danny bragging about those pesky Dodgers. With Wander Franco, here's the thing. He denies these allegations, and I think that's the most important thing that I have to say, in that we tend to automatically assume these guys are bums, and we assume that they're guilty before we have any kind of investigation, and it's not right. He does say he's not guilty, and that's bad for fantasy owners in the sense that when you deny allegations against you, MLB tends to suspend you anyways. And if you refuse to go along with, because if he said, oh, I did it, whatever, then they'd already have him in some kind of rehab. They'd have him in counseling, and then he'd be on his way back because he would agree to terms with MLB. The fact that he's denying it, this is just what I learned from this whole experience with Bauer. These investigations do not go quickly. It says in the player's handbook and the contract that they sign with MLB that these investigations are supposed to go quickly and they're supposed to make judgments soon, but they don't. They just don't. It's kind of like real world, okay? The legal system in baseball is completely different from any legal system outside of baseball. They have their own thing. With Wander Franco, it is a huge loss for anybody that has Wander Franco on their team. I do not recommend holding on to this guy if you have to fill that spot. I mean, honestly, I read up after I saw your question in the chat room. I did some investigating. I don't have Wander Franco. Otherwise, I would have already been on top of this. But the thing is, him and MLB both agreed that he would take off time for this current road stretch or home stretch that they're on. However, there's no possible way that Wander Franco is coming back until MLB is through with their investigation, which, like I said, it doesn't go quick like it promises in their contracts. But regardless, Wander Franco is out indefinitely. There is no way that they're going to let him play again before they come up with the... That's just my opinion. Now, King Turd, very smart baseball mind also... King Turd says he's holding on to Wander for now, but he does think an indefinite suspension is coming. So that leads to the question, why are you holding on to him? I mean, and now he also says, King Turd says there's a second accusation now, all out of the Dominican Republic. Now, that's another whole topic with Wander Franco. I mean, these accusations coming out of the Dominican where... I don't think they have the same laws against dating teenagers as they do here. Maybe they do. They're part of the United... I don't really know. I'm not going to even try to act like I know. All I know is if I had him and I needed those points, I would either bench him and drop somebody else, or I would have to drop him. He's not coming back anytime soon. We're so close to the end of the season that holding on to Wander Franco in the hopes that he'll come back this season is, to me... It's just not smart.
Unholy Toledo, sir.
Unholy, great to see you. I was waiting for you. Is Laura here yet?
Not yet.
All right. Unholy, Audrey, Scooter, Tilly, Molly, and Rudy. Very nice to see you. And another thing about King Turd, the king of the show. Tomorrow, he gets to have his wife will be having the second kid. You know it never happens exactly when you think it is, but his first little girl is coming. So congratulations to Mrs. Turd, King Turd, Turd Jr., and now we will have Turd Juniorette. So we love it. Welcome to the family, and we can't wait to see you. All right. Yesterday, so I was telling you about Miguel Rojas. Yesterday, some thieves, of course it's in LA, so what do you expect, right? I mean, the thieves... They broke into his Lamborghini. This guy's driving a Lamborghini, has 0 home runs and 549 plate appearances. Plus, he had $1,400 worth of items stolen out of his car. Like, who leaves $1,400 worth of items in their Lamborghini in the city of Los Angeles? I mean, no offense, Danny Fuller, but it's definitely not the safest place to leave your Lamborghini with $1,500 worth of junk in it. All right, so that's what happened. He was having family dinner after his game yesterday, and his car got broken into, and they stole a bunch of shit. All right, testing shows Marcus Stroman has a right rib cartilage fracture. Boston Paul here. Yes, Boston Paul wants to know when it's going to be official Boston Paul Day. Well, I got to tell you, it will come soon. But today, we have official Reed Detmers Day. You guys know ever since King Turd brought Detmers to my attention right before the start of the season, I've been high on this kid. I know he's had some horrible outings, and he hasn't, his overall stats are not great, but there's certain things about this Detmers that are good. So we're going to I'm just going to go through my notes, but Detmers is in there. By the way, today is official Reed Detmers Day in the chat room. Now back to Marcus Stroman. No timeline for his return. Unfortunately, the testing shows he has a right rib cartilage fracture. Also, the Red Sox have shut down infielder Adalberto Mondesi. He is dealing with ongoing soreness in his left knee, and Boston is not officially saying that he's out for the season, but let's be realistic once again. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of time to get his rehab going, and it's just getting too close to the end of the season to expect Mondesi to make much of a difference, going forward for this season. And the Red Sox aren't going anywhere anyway, so why would they risk bringing back this guy early? Yes, that's me and Leonard. All right, we're both pitching at... That's too funny. Okay.
Field of Dreams.
Love you, Unholy. All right, a 3-way tie for the final National League wildcard spot is Cubbies, Reds, Marlins. All are 4 games over 500. Now, we're talking about Ohtani a little bit. Ohtani is the MLB leader among qualified pitchers in batting average against. Yesterday he hit his American League leading 42nd home run of the year. So he has the best opponent's batting average and the most home runs in the same season. And another interesting tidbit is that Ohtani's 42 homers this season, half of them would have been a home run in all 30 ballparks.
Laura's here.
Laura, great to see you, Laura and Mary. So when I got to meet Mary and Laura at the Mets game a couple weeks ago, Laura was telling me that when she was a kid, they didn't have the Little League for women. She always wanted to play Little League, but they didn't have Little League for girls, and they wouldn't let girls play Little League at all. So she got gypped out of the Little League situation. But Laura, how proud are you of these girls? And, local girls, Massapequa, Long Island, New York, undefeated all season, and then go ahead and take their first Little League world champion. And also, not only that, but the boys are very good too. Remember last year, the boys won the Little League World Champion. And so, Laura, there you go. You should be very proud of these young ladies. And too bad you weren't able to participate, but it is so nice to see how far we've come when referring to women's sports. So, let's keep it that way. So proud, Laura says. I waited to tell that tidbit till